my god, you made a song just for TikTok?
Yeah, you can come and watch me drink my morning coffee, yeah.
Some of you may recognize Mr. Depp from seeing him portray characters such as Edward Scissorhands or Captain Jack Sparrow from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. For nearly 30 years, Mr. Depp built a reputation as one of the most talented actors in Hollywood, a respected artist whose name was associated with success at the box office. Today, his name is associated with a lie, a false statement uttered by his former wife, the defendant Amber Heard, that falsely cast Mr. Depp, falsely and unfairly cast Mr. Depp as a villain, a man who would violently abuse a woman. This is a defamation case. It's a case about how devastating words can be when they are false and uttered publicly. Under the law, a person who makes a false statement about someone else can be held responsible for the harm that results from that falsehood. That's because words matter. They paint a picture in our mind based on what we have experienced and what we know, or what we think we know. And because of that, words can evoke strong emotions in the listener and cause irreparable harm to a person's reputation. And when, like Mr. Depp, your career depends upon your image and your reputation, or whether movie producers want their films associated with you, that harm can be particularly devastating.
So I took a picture of the sun, sunset a couple of weeks ago, and you know, it looks like a normal sunset, basically. So I zoomed in a little bit. Kind of a weird looking sun, if you know what I mean. So I've had this theory for a while that this thing is the same as this thing. What proof do I have? I don't know. I always thought it was the same thing when I was a kid. That's probably a stupid kid thing, but I always imagined the moon was like a constructed, like, lens of sort. I mean, we've all seen it behind the clouds, like the sun, and it kind of looks like the same shape as the moon. And I swear, sometimes I could even see like shapes making out the craters. Well, finally, I just did it. And here you go.
Why people hated me, totally understand that. I understand. I bought that on myself. If you successfully brand me a racist, it's the same thing as me saying the N-word out loud. Even though I'm nowhere close to a racist, the branding of me being a racist hurts me for the rest of my life. That's not fair, and that is an equivalency. It is. If these guys, which they have successfully done, read the comments, so many people, look at his ego, look at him, look at this. People judge me just because I'm alive. The girl earlier said, "F my feelings because I'm white." What do you think the backlash of that is when you tell someone and you degrade them? What happens later in life with that person? What happens when you put someone in a dungeon for 10 years and treat them badly? They come out and they're worse. Hurt people, hurt people.
Tips from the ER. Pain scale, 1 to 10. Why do we ask you what your pain is on a scale of 1 to 10 when you come into the ER? Is this number going to determine how fast you see a doctor? Absolutely not, motherfuckers. This number helps us document whether or not our treatment is helping you. If you come into the ER with 9 out of 10 hand pain because your girlfriend slammed a car door on it when she found out you were cheating on her with her grandma, we will document 9 out of 10 hand pain, and then proceed to bring that number down with some pain medication. Hopefully we can get that number closer to a 3 out of 10 and document that so that when some legal person looks at your chart to see if we were actually doing our job, they will see that we did everything we could to make your bitch ass feel better.
This is what is wrong with you guys. You're under some weird belief that the flat earth has to prove the flat earth. You do realize that the globe is the outlandish accusation, don't you? The flat earth has been a fact for thousands of years. The globe is the new kid on the block. How do you believe in a globe if you can't even provide a single fact about it? I'm genuinely curious what the heck you people are thinking. How does that work in your mind? I don't need to prove the earth is a big spinning ball, even though I've never seen this spin. Even though I've never been presented with a single fact or real argument proving the earth is a ball, it is your job to prove my accusation is a lie. Oh wait, no it's not. Like you said, it's actually the accuser's job to prove their fact. That's right. In the court of law, the judge decided that it was the globe's responsibility to prove its case. Or did you not know this case existed? Your little ball already lost. This is because you want the ball to be real so bad that you will throw all of your common sense, logic, and reason right in the trash to believe the people selling you toxins in your food, water, air, and medicine. Yeah, that's right. You're defending the monsters causing cancers and other illnesses on the earth. You're defending them with not a single fact to back up their claim. You think it's our responsibility to show you what you see every day with your own eyes. Do you realize that you people have absolutely no decency at all? You literally never talk to people with any form of respect whatsoever. So, according to the courts, it is your responsibility to prove your outlandish claim. Let's see if your ball holds water. Yeah, let's do that.
Did you mean that you didn't see any marks on her face? And your answer then was, I say that because when I saw Amber, I was not looking to see anything on her face. I was not looking to see anything. Do you recall giving that testimony under oath back at that time, 2 months after the incident?
Yes, I remember, because like I say, I always make eye contact with someone that I'm talking to, but I'm not looking to find something like oh, your makeup's wrong, you haven't have changed your eyebrows, or your eyelashes are not even, or I'm not looking for anything. I'm just looking at their eyes, and I'm not looking for anything else. But if I see something, I will probably will remember.
If you saw something, right?
Yeah, I would have probably would see, like if she had a swollen, like if she was wearing makeup, probably would have been seeing the swollen. I probably would remember that. But I was not looking for anything. I was like, oh, you know.
How swollen was Amber on the 25th of May? How swollen was her cheek then?
Well, according to the pictures I've been seeing right now that you're showing me, it was pretty swollen. I probably will remember that.
You guys are not going to believe what I just found. Check this out. You remember the Parker Solar Probe? Come on. I mean, look at this, okay? Literally. Just look. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on.
I'm with my friend Eric. He makes my t-shirts branded aracist.com. His website's publicstatementapparel.com. I appreciate you, Eric, for making my t-shirts for me. I had a question for black people, not people of color, black people. If you make a hip-hop song and there's two different kinds of words, the N with the hard R on it and the N with the A on the end of it, am I racist if I rap the words that I hear sung by my favorite hip-hop artist?
I mean, for me, it's going to be a deafening. It's not a racist. It's just something that you shouldn't do.
So you make a song and I can't sing the song that I bought the album?
Everything isn't for everybody.
So then why make a song that I can't sing?
Well, you can sing it all you want to. I just can't tell you who you're going to offend and who you're not going to offend. You can sing it in your car all day, but you know, you're liable to end up in some type of trouble that you're not, or confrontation that you're not really looking for.
Okay. Are you listening? People keep asking me for story time. All right. Right now, all these bright minds feel like they're living on a flat earth with a lid on top. A firmament. Does that not resemble a dish with a lid? Look what we're eating tonight. Steak and potatoes. Actually, it's humans and their emotions. No more space, no more universe. It's probably just water. The moon's not real, the sun's not real. Doesn't look like it. It used to. Your mind is in a trap, okay? You're looking for information and it's being fed to you by the same people that gave you the information in the first place. Do you know what I mean by that? The earth has been flat, round, and then flat again. It was also oblong, somewhere in between there. Gravity exists, gravity doesn't exist. You're so worried about this lid on top of your head, you don't realize that you're being cooked, okay? You're food now. That's what's been done to us. There's no more final frontier, right? No more Star Wars, no more Star Trek. Space. The unknown. None of that, eh? We're just... What? What are we? Just put here? Where'd we come from? The ocean? Monkeys? Nothing made us. We're just what? Food, buddy. We're food. Okay? Herded like cattle with information. Your mind is trapped. That firmament is what's keeping you here. No matter what you Google, it all leads you down the same path, right? A very narrow path. You eventually come out there. That's not what it is.
Hey Sharon, look at me. I'm a stupid little cat. Look at oh, Jesus. All right, Timmy, you pissed me off for the last time. I'm gonna John Cena your ass. Whoa, whoa. That's how we do it. Would be a shame if someone snatched that out of your hand.
Yeah, that's good form, son. Just gonna need to be a little quicker with your left jab there.
You got yourself in a bit of a predicament here, 730. So 730 right here is in heat, and so is that cow over there. And 730 here thought for some reason she could reach that cow by reaching her head through this gate. This is what I mean when I say hormones make these cows absolutely crazy. There's plenty of farmers and ranchers on TikTok and Facebook who have shared pictures and videos of bulls having to be separated like a mile away from some other females who are their own offspring, because they would bust down the gate to get over when they sense those females who are their own offspring are in heat. And this is a similar situation. Well, not similar that they're related, but just similar that she thought she could get through a gate. And that one's still trying to hop on her back. That's not very polite. And now she's just headbutting her. Rude. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to grab what's called a handyman, and we are going to put that in between these bars. We've never had this happen before, so we're kind of making this up as we go. There she goes again. She's going to try mounting her. Not a very polite thing to do when you're stuck. And so we've never had this happen before, so we're going to try to pry these bars open a little bit so that we can get her head out of it. I was in the barn here around 5:30 this morning. She wasn't there. My brother got in here a little bit after 6 and she wasn't here, so she hasn't been here that long. I keep having to shoo that one away. She is just being rude. That is not polite to mount another cow when their head is stuck. But again, to my point, she really doesn't care because her hormones are controlling everything she thinks and does right now. And she is completely unfazed, back to running around trying to mount and get mounted. For those of you who aren't aware, the cows mounting each other is what they do when they're in heat, when they're fertile. That tells us that they're ready to be bred, they want to be pregnant. So, just like, oh, we just missed it. There's a lot of days I wake up and I have no idea what I'm going to do for content that day, but these cows are good at finding ways to get in trouble. So, if you want to know more, just ask.
Okay, part 2. You ever bought a saltwater fish tank? You take that fish out of the ocean, you have to make it believe that it's living in the same environment that it used to, right? Except this one has walls. Our natural environment had a sun, had a moon, had other planets. Now we're in a fish tank. You swim inside your castle. That's where you're safe, right? It doesn't feel right. Something's wrong here. This is not where I'm from. But it looks like it. Same water. It looks the same. That's not space. We're not from here. We were taken from where we were from and put into a fish tank. And they try to make it seem like you're at home, but you're not. You're in a fish tank. Why doesn't the moon move the way it's supposed to? Why does the sun not look the way it's supposed to? Because that's not the sun. You came from where the sun was. You came from the ocean. that's where you're from, and someone tried to put you into their dish, this race of beings, these animals, these disgusting monsters, they're not from where you are. They're advanced. They have technology. They can make you feel like that's why space is gone. That's why you no longer are looking for the universe, because it's not there anymore. That's not where you are now. You're in a fish tank. Feeling like something's off. It is. You came from the universe, okay?
Takes a fistful of my hair and says, I hit your eye, huh? Let me see your eye. Let me see your eye. What if I pull your hair back? And he yanks my head back, and he's, I don't know, smacking my face or moving my face, and he's got me by the hair. It's hard to describe.
Her emotion is clearly fake, coming and going quickly. There's no tears, no signs of authentic sadness, just really bad acting. She's giving long pauses to think about what she's gonna say and how to come across as most believable.
He's yanking me from side to side with my hair.
Are you standing up at this time?
Yeah.
Okay. And has he pulled out any hair from your head?
He's still holding on to my head at this time, and he said, I don't know if he's trying to grab my face or if he's hitting my face or I don't know what's happening, but he's yelling at me, he's screaming, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. Security is somewhere, and even though they never respond when I'm screaming help, ever.
According to Amber, security never happens to respond to a woman's screams. Can you guess why she makes sure she says that? Right, it's to give reason and to cover herself for why their security is testifying that they never heard Amber ever scream.
I need you to come over because I thought another third party might be, a third party being present helps always to
Is it your testimony?
Calm things.
Your testimony, Ms. Hurd, that...
please? Yes, Amber's attorney surely knows that this isn't looking very good for his client, so he asks for a break.
No.
Depp's attorney immediately says no. She seems to know this is not looking good for Amber and wants her to continue telling this fish tale.
She's upset. She's upset. It's clear that she's crying and she's upset, Blair. How could you possibly force her to answer questions when she's crying and upset?
Because I see the witness is not upset and hasn't requested.
I'm requesting on her behalf.
Now watch for Amber's terrible acting job of suddenly trying to come across as distraught, hurt, and upset.
Yes.
Yes.
Let the record reflect Mr. Harder's answering for Ms. Hurd, yes, and Ms. Hurd is responding.
Yeah, she suddenly starts to lower her head and eyes, starts pouting her lips a little like a little girl, and giving that fake saddened look of, yes, I need a break because this is very difficult to talk about. Amber seemed clearly deceptive with fabrication. But why? Probably so that in their divorce, she can counter Johnny Depp's legitimate claims that Amber physically abused him, while also trying not to be perceived by the public as an abuser, which would surely hurt her career.
What? We pause that for a second? Hey, Jeff, you're going to come out here and you and I are going to talk like men right now. Right. No, I'm an alpha male. You're an alpha male. What does that mean?
I don't
What does that mean? No. Take off the badge and gun. Let's step outside and have a talk like men.
That's not what was
Right?
said.
Right?
That's not what-
And I'm joking with Jeff because you don't get his personality. As much as I hate cops, this guy's actually got a good personality. As much as I think they're scum, right? But he actually has a good personality. So he's a jovial guy. We can actually joke with each other if he wasn't wearing this clown outfit.
I understand what you're saying. I'm
You
gonna pay
do?
her for it.
Great. Then arrest them.
That's,
Then arrest those pigs.
And again,
That's disgusting.
No longer required in airplanes, trains, buses, or any other mode of transportation. So, enjoy.
Everyone, I have an important announcement. Masks are no longer mandatory!
Oh yeah, you hear that? No more masks.
Finally, I can breathe.
Hey, buddy, you hear that? No more masks. You can take it off.
I'm gonna keep mine on.
What a loser. Whoa, hey, you gotta cover your mouth when you cough.
Sorry.
Hey, buddy, you wanna switch seats?
No.
Oh. Excuse me, can I switch seats?
I'm so sorry, sir. This is a full flight.
Ugh. Oh, if you're gonna sneeze, make sure to close your mouth. Everybody mask back on!
What do you guys think? Do you think the parasites running the world are human? Do you think these parasites who are in control over our home are like you? Could you ever imagine treating an entire population the way these people treat us? They are not human. Unfortunately, these monsters have infiltrated the human race. The fact that humanity is not in charge of their own home has led to a vast amount of confusion. They've done this because they do not want you to know what happened here on Earth. The truth is, these people have been teaching us to fight each other. They removed our intelligence and they gave us education. Those in charge of the world are not like us. They have used their influence and their power to infiltrate the human race. The sad thing is, many people who are human are out here defending the parasites. This is because they blend right in. But those with eyes can see. One thing that all humans should have in common is our humanity. Or humanity would never let you treat an entire population like that. They have put profit over people. And the profit they have placed over people is our hard work being stolen from us to give it to them. They don't work like you. They don't eat like you. They do not travel like you. They do not drink the water you drink. They do not watch the TV you watch. These people are not like us. They see you, me, and everybody in between as cattle. And until we recognize it as our birthright to have authority over all, we will always be stuck in their system. To those of you who are defending the parasites, I ask you one thing. Do you really want to be right so bad that you would allow these parasites to starve children to death? Are you okay knowing that people are suffering and dying from diseases that would be prevented if these monsters were not in charge? Do you not see that all of the suffering on Earth comes from these monsters? If we do not wake up soon, there is a reset coming. It will benefit the parasites because they are nothing like us. You were created out of pure
love, and compassion. And that is why they are so jealous over you. So, no, they are nothing like us. They will never be anything like us. And until we eradicate these parasites, we will live in suffering.
Johnny, don't even think about it. I swear to God, if you take one more step over... Oh, Johnny, I told you.
You do that on purpose, yeah.